Shoney's, what's good? All right, y'all. I honestly don't even know where I want to start for sure. I don't know if I want to dive into the board right away. If we should look at the what do you guys prefer? Do you like when we go to the like landing page, the website for the group buy and everything first, or do you like to do that at the end? Did you hear Mode just dropped a new 2026 Sonnet with 2026 Encore Series 4? I did. I saw kind of. I saw a Instagram post, but I didn't really know much about it. But I saw the Sonnet was mentioned, and I saw there was a new Encore drop. That's cool. Did they make like updates to the Sonnet and stuff? Reveal key, go over options, build. I like intro first. Yep, overview. I like intro first. What's the intro? Like when I unbox it, that's the intro. You like landing page intro. What does intro mean, guys? Released last night. Oh, like the Sonnets live. That's cool. My my girlfriend's keyboard at the desk next to me is a Sonnet. It actually would be pretty cool to do like a comparison, new Sonnet versus old Sonnet. But it's not what we're doing tonight. Did I end up picking up a Gahern? I did not join the group buy, though that board was very cool. If I did, I'd get that blue color for sure. Another stream, what a week. That's some good shiz. Thanks for being here above board. All right. I don't know what exactly intro meant, but I think that means y'all want to look at the website first. First of all, look at how crispy this photo is. Or it's probably a render, I suppose. Probably a render. Yeah, probably a render. Hope and close your kit. Guys, I am honestly so stoked to build this keyboard. Foraz has been talking to me, just like giving me updates on how this project is coming along for so long, it feels like. And I've been looking forward to building this because I think the design, at least, I truthfully, I haven't even really opened the box and looked at the keyboard yet. I kind of want that to be a surprise for all of us. But from the pictures I've seen of this board, like the curves are just insane. And like all the little touches, some of the machining, like this board just looks so cool. And you should feel a tremendous amount of pressure for us, because I need this board to be incredible and exciting, because I've built it up so much in my mind. Lieutenant Gondo ready for duty. Let's go. Music a bit loud? I'll turn it down a little bit. I feel like it's not too much louder than what we're usually rocking. I'll put it down here though. This is like a half keyboard stream, half music stream. All right, let's look at this kit. Oh, this is gonna be in euros, so it's gonna be in funny money. Here we go. Maybe we should look at the novel keys page. Honestly, it's way less pretty. I'd prefer to look at this website. Much more beautiful. But this is for the US buyers. I think it's okay if I show this. I was just gonna go look at the vendors here. So we have Foraz themselves for the UK, Novel Keys in the US, and Type Plus in China. Is this a new board that's entering Intersect? This is a board that the group buy is live right now. So those vendors I just listed, if you're in the UK, you'll go to this site. If you're in the US, you can order through Novel Keys. Let's look at the Novel Keys one, just so like I don't have to do any pricing in my head. Layouts. We got WinKey or we've got WinKeyless. I love WinKeyless TKLs, Wickle Tickles. That's my thing. Color options. Oh, I'm gonna butcher these names. Is it the same names in both? Oh man, Foraz, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna absolutely butcher these names. We've got Argentum. Argentum. Oh, I actually wish the colors were changing on the screen when I clicked on them. Maybe they do it on this site. Oh, good, they do. So Argentum is the silver board. Oh my gosh, sorry, let me get some water. I'm dying. Silver board. This is what we are building, unless this is gray, but I'm pretty sure this is the silver one. There is Caruleus maybe, which is a very pretty blue color. I actually love this color too. Latin inspired names was perhaps a mistake, only for me who's trying to say them on the spot. And honestly, I would say as long as the website is showing you which color it is when you actually click on it, that's all that matters to me. The fact that Novel Keys isn't doing that is kind of shitty. Like, how do I know which color is what? It's kind of not great. Love this blue though. This is a sweet blue color. And then finally, Glaucus. There's no way this is pronounced Glaucus. But this is a cool green color as well. I think of the three, for my preferences, this is probably my least favorite. I don't think it's a bad color. I just think the silver and the blue are sweet. On Novel Keys, you have to select the plate for it to work for some reason. Oh, interesting. So if I choose a plate over here, it'll show the right color. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, cool. Does it almost look purple on Novel Keys? Wait, is it blue or is it purple? I think it's blue. Blurple? It's blue. What's up, Warfinger? We're just checking out the board before we build it here. Okay, it is a blue. I think it's pretty cool color. Honestly, I have some silver boards already. If I already had, or if I was like picking this up and I was feeling a little bit different, I might go with this blue because I think this blue color with some white keycaps or beige keycaps would go insane. All right, let's look at price now. What's included? You get an enclosure, switch plate. You get comes with a PCB. Hardware, hope carry case comes with a carry case, and an authentication crest. What is an authentication crest? Which color are you building? We are building the silver or Argentum. What else do we have here? I think that's it. Oh, there's some extras. They've got some extras so you can add a carbon fiber plate, polycarbonate plates, 2 different colors of an aluminum plate. You can get a hot swap PCB separately, another solder PCB, Good. Looks like about all you would need. You should have one inside the case somewhere. Ooh, what is it? I'm excited now. I don't know what it is. All right. Price-wise, let's see. Does it change at all with any option? Doesn't look like it. So for this kit and everything I listed there, including one PCB and one, did it say plate? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, so it comes with looks like it comes with a carbon fiber plate. Is that the default plate that it comes with? Price is definitely high. We based it for 30 units being sold, and factory is DDS. DDS, good factory though. 660 for the Wickle Tickle. I want to look at the board before I say that that's like a super high price. I am seeing, like, based on these pictures here, there's a lot of seemingly complicated cuts in here, and it would make sense if this board is a little bit above average just to get made. 660 is high. I mean, 660 is an expensive keyboard. For anybody new to the hobby, their jaw might hit the floor when you tell them how much you spent on a keyboard. But for those of us that have been in the hobby for a while, I think if this is your Grail keyboard, this is the TKL of all TKLs for you, you might be able to justify 660. Definitely a person-to-person, scenario-to-scenario decision. Okay, I am sick of talking. Let's build this freaking keyboard. I'm so pumped. Please help by open up Gondo, buy pizza. It's a nice board indeed, too bad I don't like 80%. What do you got against tickles? You don't like Wickle Tickles, Coatman? PCB is by Gondo, by the way. Ah, that's why Gondo is here. That's why Gondo is shilling. What's up, Gondo? Oh my god, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. This is the softest inside of a keyboard case I've ever felt. What the? Oh my god. God, I could feel that all day. Here's the red plate. Hell yeah, I'm here if anything goes wrong and you need support. Thank you, Gondo. Does this carrying case come included? I did see on the website that it said a carrying case was included. Foraz, can you confirm this is the exact one? Here's our PCB as well. We are going to do a solder PCB. Full transparency, I have been told that this specific review unit PCB is a little borked. So, like, actually using it to type, I guess, might not work. But good thing on this stream, I don't fucking show you my typing. Nobody gets to see my typing anyways. So it really doesn't matter. We're going to build it with the solder PCB just so you can hear what it sounds like versus the hot swap PCB. So I am going to take the time and inhale that little bit of extra lead just for you guys. Again, this is like the softest case of all time. This is insane. Shark, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Oh my god. I also like how it's just not black. I like that it's different. I haven't seen a case like this. Oh, is this the what was it called? The authentication crest. Authentication crest. Hold on. I'm gonna have to move this case over a little bit because we've got the manual focus lens today, so I want to make sure this is in focus. What the? Is this just like a solid piece of aluminum? It is. For the production run, we will have some nice cloths wrapping the board and crest, by the way. Does this do something? Do I do something with this? The crest will be color matched to the board. Oh, that's cool. It says something on here. There's no way I'm going to be able to show it to you, but oh, it just kind of, it gives this the specification of the board. It says Hope, layout F12 TKL, mounting style, top mount, typing angle 8 degrees, front height 17.85 millimeters. Just for fun, there's no real function. I feel like I could skip this thing like 80 times on water. It just feels very chuckable. I'm not gonna chuck it, but I am fighting an urge right now to chuck it. All right, I'm gonna set this right here because it's beautiful. You guys can look at it while we build. Honestly, I would take this over, you know how like Singa does the cards, or I know Singa isn't the only company that does the cards, but this is cooler than just getting a trading card with a unicorn on it. I think that's pretty sick. Oh. Oh, silver is just the best color for a keyboard. Holy moly. FSR designed in England, it says right down here in the internal weight. The Anno looks so nice. Just go around a little bit. Here's top down. The side is not going to be in focus. I apologize. But this is what I really think is crazy about this board. Notice, because of these curves and the fact that this part is what actually sits on your desk, the feet are all right here. And this whole side and the back are not touching your desk, which almost, like, in my mind, seems like it would make it really tippy. But I have to push pretty hard to get it to like tip backwards here. I'm still lusting over the green one, Glaucus. Yeah, what did I call it? Glaucus, I think. But that silver looks so good too. Just wait when we get some keycaps on this thing. If I push, there's a little bit of rocking here. I think if you're just typing, right, and you're using the F rail, I don't think there's a chance you're going to be pushing hard enough to actually make this rock backwards. And I think it's worth it for how the board is basically levitating because it's only resting on its feet down here. Another sweet thing, look at the finish. I don't even know what you call this finish on the stainless steel weight. Something in between polished and fully blasted. Foraz, what do you call this finish? Under normal typing, it's completely fine. It is a compromise for the pretty extreme rear slope. This is a raw machined finish. The machining is very fine. Man, I don't know if I've ever seen a finish like that though. It's almost like, it's like frosted, or like, see, you can kind of see me in there, but not really. And that's not because it's out of focus. Like, this might be the perfect compromise between sandblasted and polished. Like, you still get the cool benefits of the mirror, but I wouldn't be as worried about, just a couple fingerprints. There's already fingerprints on here just from the last build, but wow. I think that's my favorite finish I've ever seen on a stainless steel weight. I love when you build anything bigger than a 60% because my wallet is thankful. We're going to try to convince you today above board. 316 stainless steel. Oh yeah, I saw in this sheet here you gave the metal specs. 66.3 aluminum for the case and 316 stainless steel for the weight. Quality stuff. Man, this is cool looking. Pretty cool. I wish I could zoom in a little bit closer for you guys in the top down. There's all of these little detailed cuts in here too, recessions. I don't know if this is, are these for acoustic purposes, Foraz? Is this just because it looks cool? Because it does look cool. But I'm curious if there's any other reason behind some of the other machining going on in here. Man, this is sweet. Silver keyboards, red plates, MX blacks. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I think we should dive in. I think we've looked around at the board. Oh, maybe another thing to note is right side plug here. Some people like that, some people don't. Preference thing. I gotta keep that on camera. I gotta figure out where to put that board. Maybe like that for now, until I think of something better. Do you guys like red plates? What's your favorite plate color? Made in Canada. Oh, is this? You know what's crazy? I saw this logo right here and I was gonna say, is this a Hype Keyboards plate? It says Hype Keyboards, about as big as you could possibly write Hype Keyboards on here. Sorry, Foraz, I didn't read through the whole document yet. Are the production units, does it come with a Hype Keyboards plate? For those unaware, if you don't like the screws protruding slightly, we are going to provide low profile screws also for them to be flush if preferred. They seem pretty divisive. I don't know if I even clocked that. I was so mesmerized. Let's see. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so not on the bottom, but up here on the top. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to get close enough for y'all. The screws do not sit flush with the case on top here. This is something I noted on, actually when we built the DNWorks 925, the screws were kind of coming out a little bit from the plate. Personally, it does kind of bug me when that happens. I'm glad that Foraz has a plan in place to have low profile screws. Doesn't seem like a big deal, right? Like when your keyboard most of the time is going to be sitting like this, but I don't know. I feel like it's a nice little detail to have screws that feel purposely flush with the case. It's cool that you're addressing that for us. The production run will use DDS for the plates. Okay, DDS plates. This is just, the Hype Keyboards plate is just for me. Honestly, I like the screw protruding a little bit. I know Alex wasn't a fan. Interesting, Shark. You like the screw protruding. Foraz, you like the screw protruding. I love it myself. It seems others don't like it. Why do you guys like the screw protruding? Like, do you not mind the screw protruding, or you actually would rather your screw protrudes a little bit than sits flush? I thought it gave some extra character. Defo seems to be a love or hate it. Interesting. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't go to war over it, but I don't know. I feel like a flush screw is just makes me happy. Typically I wouldn't, but it doesn't bother me here. It gives it character. One of the things that we will be reusing from Diego's build of this board, and because I try my best not to be super wasteful, guys. Sometimes I feel like in this hobby we're a little wasteful with like plastic and older parts. So I'm going to reuse these stabs. It's definitely not because I don't want to lube stabs. I love lubing stabs. I would lube stabs, you know, forever. I just absolutely love lubing stabs. But we're going to reuse Diego stabs, definitely just because it is less wasteful. Also, I've never, Evan, what's good? Dude, Evan, I was about to say, I've never experienced a Diego tuned stab before. These better be the most godlike tuned stabs I've ever experienced. Otherwise, you're right, it'll kind of be like a don't meet your heroes type situation. I'm pretty good, man. How are you doing? It does give it character, and that's why I like it. Almost makes it feel a bit more mechanical and custom, like it's created by hands. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't even realize protruding screws was like a divisive thing, but this is doubling as a Diego stab review. Yeah, it is now. I didn't really show off the Gondo PCB here either. It's very cool. I do like when PCBs, first of all, I like that it has a reset button. I also like that some of the trickier trickier switch positions are labeled. That's always cool. What else is there worth calling out on here? I think that's it. Looks like a really solid PCB. Are there any extra diodes on here? No pressure on Diego. So the solder PCB supports basically everything. Hot swap is a little more limited to try to mitigate the amount of flip sockets. Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty typical. Extra diodes? Am I saying that right? I mean, like, you know, if something fails, are there some extra parts on here so you can resolder your PCB? I had to do that. I've only had to do that one time. I had to do that one time on a PCB where one of the switches just didn't work. We had to resolder. Are flip sockets just a pain to design? Good question. It's more for sound. They feel horrible. Apiary, what's up? Thank you for the raid. You guys doing keyboard stuff? Or were you playing Red Dead? Bro, your forearms are jacked? My forearms are not jacked. I'm like veiny for some reason because I probably didn't drink enough water. Just punching horses. What does that mean? Is that what you do in Red Dead? Do you punch horses? Eisenheim. Morning, Tyler? Man, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I don't know what you're talking about. This song is kind of stressing me out. So I'm going to skip that one. Eisenheim, where are you watching from that it's morning? That must mean Australia, Japan, China, maybe? Middle East. Oh, that's sweet. It's funny that music can do that sometimes. Hey, what's up? Matthew, congrats on the recent mode announcement. Sounds like there's some cool stuff coming. I have Donuts on vinyl, but never listen to it because it gives me anxiety. Fastest streamer in the world to do stabs? Oh yeah, for sure. Our switches tonight are MX Blacks. Oh, done by Tomb. MX Blacks 205, Desky Films, TX55 Longs. I like a really, really long spring, typically. But longs will do. Longs will do. Thanks, really excited to get this stuff out there. Want folks to experience the new mounting system. At the beginning of the stream, I was telling people my girlfriend's Sonnet. That's the one keyboard she has in original Sonnet. Sitting over there. We definitely don't need to test these stabs, right? Because they're Diego stabs. I don't think we need to test them. I think I remember seeing you two build it together. And that was back when Isabel would show her face on stream. May I see the back side of the board? Oh, what's up, Rue? I think the back side is the crazy part, honestly. From the side, I can't wait to take pictures of this. I'm going to try to figure out how to show it. I think it's got to look so crazy from the side and from the back because of how much of this board is not touching the desk. Gotta try to think of a way to show that off. Tyler too famous now, she doesn't want the clout. I know that's not it. I know it's not that. Did you replace your speakers yet, Evan? Got them in today, just staring at them. Want to film a comparison reaction video thing, staring. Dude, when you said you wanted to get bigger speakers, I think a really, really long time ago, like when I first met you, we were talking about Genelecs, and I sent you a picture. I sent you a picture of a dude setup where he has a tiny ass monitor and just like the big ass Genelec ones on the left and right side. I was trying to go find that picture to send to you again and ask if you were going big, but I couldn't find it. I don't know what I sent that to you on. I don't know if it was Instagram. I thought it was Discord, but I couldn't find it. Gorp hit Desk Hero and are on the way to me now. Oh, sheesh. Too many DMs. Too much gear talk. That's all we talk about is what we're buying. Never how are you, just what are we buying next? Can't wait for Gorp. Oh, I can feel the allergy starting. Every year I tell myself I'm going to be good, I'm going to get ahead. Start taking the Claritin early, like I'm supposed to, and then I never do. And then I get rocked. Friend got his Gorp. It's coming. Is it still super cold in your city? It's actually getting way better. Which means the pollen is getting started. The grasses. Today was like 50, 50s. And then I think the weekend here's, we're gonna get to the 60. How about Colorado? I just picture that Will Smith gif where he rubs his hands and looks into the telescope. That's pollen POV. Yeah, pollen eats good off me. That's much better for you guys. It was 91 here in Phoenix the other day. I remember us talking about that. Actually, I saw after you had said that, Warfinger, we were talking. I don't know if we were exactly talking about it being 91, but I think we were talking about the weather last time. And then I saw on some social media recently that y'all had it was like a record, right? It's like the warmest it has ever been in Arizona this early or something like that in a long time. I'm absolutely butchering whatever this record was, but I saw something like that. Like it hasn't been that hot in 100 years or whatever. Which is not good. That's not a good thing, right? Had your AC on in February? That's insane. That is an insane concept. All right, this is a stupid question, but do homes have heat typically in Arizona? You still have a heater, right? But how cold does it really get? Yes, it was down in the 30s this morning, 2 weeks before it hit 90. It's a crazy swing. My apartment building would be fucked. In my apartment, I don't know if anybody else's apartment is like this, but they either have the heat on or they have the AC on, and they make it sound like it's like a switch that they have to flip. And they always change it too early, it feels. Like in the spring, they get rid of the heat too quickly, and in the fall, they get rid of the AC too quickly. And then we suffer for like a couple weeks. Did Tomb do a good job? They sound good. I've heard good things. I don't know if I've ever actually tried Tomb's work before, but they feel and sound good. I guess we'll see when the keycaps are on too, but let's just make sure I didn't bend any pins here, and I did. Oh, I did a couple, at least at first. All right, I gotta fix some of these. Tomb is a beast. So I've heard. So I have heard. I apparently am not a beast at putting switches in tonight, though. $659,266 more channel points, and you're playing a scary game. Oh, I'm counting my days. I'm ready. God, I was watching a I was watching a VOD the other day of somebody else playing Phasmophobia. I think Phasmophobia is probably the game that we'll play when that channel redemption does eventually get redeemed. It'll probably be Phasmophobia. But I was watching a VOD of somebody else playing that game, and it didn't even get to like a scary part or anything, but I felt so terrible just watching somebody else even play that game. I don't think you guys understand what scary shit does to me. Like it hurts me in a different way than it hurts most normal folks, all right? But honestly, it'll probably be entertaining for you to watch someday. Good Lord, did I bend pins? What am I doing? That was an embarrassing amount of bent pins. We have to put every switch back in this board. If I could be an A24 fan, though, well, A24 isn't always scary. right? A24 does. They do regular stuff too, no? Isn't A24? A24 is like Marty Supreme. They got some freaky ones, like Midsommar. Isn't that A24? Midsummer, whatever. I might be able to handle that one. I feel like Midsommar isn't that scary. How scary could that be? It's just Scandinavians, right? Can't be that scary. We should watch all 6 Wrong Turn movies on stream for Halloween. Have you heard of Rukia as a designer? They're doing, and yes, I have. They're doing an interest check for one of their boards, and it looks really promising. Send a link. What do you guys think is the scariest movie of all time? Oh, really? Does he go to the Colorado meetups and stuff? I've shared this before on stream. I think most of my fear of scary things goes back to, I think I watched E.T. at too young of an age. I think I watched E.T. a little bit too young, and E.T. really freaked me out, to be honest. To the point where I memorized every other movie that had an ET commercial before the movie would start, so I would know to leave the room when the commercial came on. He's in Colorado. That's so funny. Me and my fiance were thinking of moving there. Ooh, that's cool. That's exciting. My first horror style movie was Ghost Ship, and I watched from down the hall while my dad had it on. Ooh, also another memory. I was a bit of a bedtime rebel as a kid. And there was one time I like snuck out of bed to see what my parents were watching on TV. And I didn't realize it, but they were watching The Ring. And I saw like some, yeah, you guys know The Ring. He's so Gen Z, it's insane. What does he do that's Gen Z? The Exorcist got me when I was a kid. Pretty lame by today's standards, but just hit me in a weird way. Another horror movie that I watched, Insidious. Insidious got me pretty good too. He Jester Maxes? Oh my god, dude. Actually, I should talk to him about that. I've been thinking about maybe Jester Maxing or just general looks maxing, but oh, I forgot to grab my soldering stuff. I'm gonna go grab that. You guys think about looks maxing and getting mogged or whatever. Do y'all know what that's from? Hey, have a good eat and sleep pasta. Have a good eat and sleep. What's up, Lamp? Do y'all want to solder max and watch a video while we solder? This board is a banger. I'm so excited to hear what it sounds like. I just finished soldering your Jane V2. Jesus. Okay. Flexing. Honestly, we could just walk. We could just walk and listen to some jungle sounds. Hello, that shit took way too long. My iron was acting funny. Dude, I hate when the iron is acting funny. And I'm not even gesture maxing there. Like, I actually hate when the iron is acting funny and the solder isn't flowing nicely into the PCB. It ruins my whole mood. This is your favorite part? Really? Sorry for the fan. Couldn't get into flow state because the solder... Dude, that's the worst. Not your iron gesture maxing, it should be you. It's just like I'm mogging my soldering iron. I don't even know where we're walking here. Japan. Somewhere in Japan. Northern Japan, probably? Honestly, I'd settle for just a visit first, Foraz. Still haven't been there. Someday. Dude, my mom just got back from skiing in Hakuba for the first time. She was so hyped. Where's Hakuba? Is that Hokkaido? Whoopsies, we got an ad. Oh, it's because it's over. Yeah. Korea. Northern Japan? Dude, that's awesome. We had some friends that went on a ski trip in Hokkaido this year. And we were invited to come with, but the timing just didn't quite work out. It looks crazy though. They get so much snow up north there. Honestly, Lamp, my iron is kind of jester maxing me. It's manageable, but hey, what's up, Logo? Oh, for sure, Evan, for sure. Still buying Pokemon packs, Evan? So many places I want to visit, but I hate flying so much. Biggest thing for me, I also just in general I'm a fairly anxious person, so flying used to bug me more than it does now. A big thing for me was noise canceling headphones. Makes flying so much better for me. Not saying the fix is that easy for you, but it helped me. Been trying to be really good about it, just buying singles and the new set when I can at the machine. Dude, I couldn't find packs around here if I wanted to. I'm typically a singles guy. I was talking to Isabel the other day. I think I'm gonna get back into going to some stores and playing again, because that's my favorite aspect of Pokemon cards. I actually like playing the game. So I just buy singles usually. But it sucks that if I wanted to just go open a Pokemon pack, I can't go anywhere and find a Pokemon pack, dude. I actually hate the state of the Pokemon scene right now. Probably the only thing I dislike about flying traveling is having to deal with luggage. That sucks, dude. Can send me some? You don't have to send me some, man. The shipping will be more than the packs. I just think it's crazy that, like, people are still sleeping outside of Best Buy to hit a Pokemon drop, man. And for what? For what? You're gonna flip a Pokemon pack and make like $1? These scalpers are not making life-changing money. Work with a guy that does that? I don't know, man. I guess whatever floats your boat, but we're talking about Pokemon cards, man. Pokemon cards. Yeah, when I build decks, Evan, I just do TCG player usually. what I used to do too, like I used to reward myself. Well, not reward myself, but I used to justify opening packs because usually when you go play in person, if you do well, the reward is typically that you get packs. Like that's what you get in exchange for paying to play. So the only time I would open packs is if I win. Perhaps they like to see children cry. I think that's it. Is anyone playing the re-release of Pokemon Fire Red? Dude, or how about this? I don't think it's out yet, but I've seen so many videos for this Pokemon Animal Crossing game. Might have to get it. I don't know if it's like a stream game. People are saying it's really good though. Just started new Fire Red game. Nice. Are you playing? Are you playing on the Switch or are you playing on emulator or what? Or cartridge? I was thinking about buying the Switch one, but then it's like $30, and I have Fire Red on a cartridge, so I don't. It's like the same game, right? They didn't do anything to make it better, I don't think. The one Alex helped me with, the EverDrive emulator thing, nice. Like the flash cart, is that what it is? I think I'm gonna mod. Actually, I think it's what you modded, Evan. I think I'm gonna mod my Game Boy Advance next. I modded a Game Boy Color. I like my original Game Boy Color. I modded my family iPod from back when I was a kid. I think I also have I have an SP I could mod, and I have a Game Boy Advance. I think I might do the Game Boy Advance next. Just do like an upgraded screen for it. Maybe the battery mod. What all did you do to yours? Ninja Pirate is always making me want to get into emulators. Case, screen, battery, buttons, internals. Oh, so you did a new case? I kind of want to keep the OEM case. Like it feels very HHKB to me to keep the OEM case, change out the battery underneath. You have to get the newer screens. Oh shit, no, but oh shit, is there no upgraded screen that fits the old? I'm gonna have to look into that. I think there was a white Game Boy Advance actually. There's probably some piss yellow Game Boy Advances out there. Can make an HHKB equivalent. I will ask Alex. Alright, let me speed up and get this done. I'm not gonna look up for a while. This driving video is a little weird. I feel like they're stopping too much. I don't love that. I like a smooth, consistent driving video. What's up, Corf? Sorry, I just packed that up right in the microphone. It's my B. This is a good channel for like driving vids. Dude, I always take a driving/walking video recommendation. Let's see what you got here. KG Norway truck driver. He does truck driving in Norway, super pretty. Yeah, this is my shit right here. This is good stuff for us. You have good taste. Switching up the vibe. This song's a little quiet. Oh man, it's about that time. This Anna was so nice, so shiny. Good luck, but I'll DM you, dude. Have a good rest of the build. Yeah, all good, man. Thanks for the luck. Oh, Doraemon? Where'd you get that Doraemon? Where's that from? Was it Ringo emote? That's sick. All right. Foraz says that DCS sounds best. So I'm thinking DCS. And I'm actually thinking a non-beige DCS set. Non-beige. That's why I love silver boards, honestly. I love that you can put whatever keycaps on them. Whenever I have a keyboard that is not silver, I feel like I have to put beige on it. Personally. I don't know why I took that screw out. Song's a little bit louder. Actually, kind of wondering how Gorp would look on the Glaucus color. It's like a... Glaucus is the green one, right? Yeah. It might be okay. Might be okay, as long as like the tones match. I don't know either. It's definitely it's a riskier pick, but it could end up great. You also might be able to put... No, I guess the blue's a little bit different. Tough one. It's a risky call, but sometimes those risky calls, those end up being the best pairings. Mm-hmm. You can burn. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's words. There's words inside the top case here that I didn't even see. I'm thinking GMK Verdant Retro on the green. Ooh. You're cooking. My pick would be classic Arabic beige. Arabic, sorry. Classic Arabic beige for the green. Yes, I think we were chatting about that on Discord prior to the group buy. The words inside the top case here. Never lose hope, friend. Never lose hope. It repeats that all the way across here. I like that. Little touches. Mm-hmm. Look at the USB area. I'm proud of that slope. Whoa. That's crazy. I can't even really show that off very well. The USB cutout there is sloped up to the opening. That's super cool. Did you get that right away, or did that take a couple revisions? Nice. That's the DDS diff right there. Just for fun. I like that you're just having fun with it, Foraz. You're just making shit because it's cool. I like that. How many boards have you designed? This was my third board design, but the others were just one of ones. Pretty crazy detail for your third board design. Oh, there's something in my eye. Thanks for the follow, R2. Appreciate that. Oh, not having to route a JST cable. Kind of underrated. I actually love that. Oh. Is that not just like as classic as a keyboard can look right there? Silver, red plate, MX Blacks. As Secret Myth just popped up there. You hate JST? That was the main reason I went onboard USB. It's nice to just not have to, you know, pinch a cable. I don't have to screw in a little daughter board anywhere. Conan, you gotta come around. Oops, I didn't look. All the same size. I don't know, guys. I feel like the non-flush case screws, I understand preference, but I don't understand that preference. I admit I'm on my ergo clear phase right now. Ergo clears are tough. I feel like ergo clears in some boards on some plates are crazy. And then in some builds, I just cannot. It's usually the space bar. But in some builds, it just does not work for me. It just doesn't do it. Use a black for the spacebar. Oh, nice. There you go. Not gonna lie, when I got into the hobby, I absolutely hated cherry, but now it's about all I will use. We all come around. It's just a matter of time. Dang, y'all. Look at this with all these silver accessories. Silver is the best, man. I actually was, like I was talking about with Evan, I was looking at stuff to mod my Game Boy. And one of the things I was wondering was like, are people making like really high quality aluminum aftermarket Game Boy shells? And of course they are. They're very expensive. But I was looking at some really nice silver ones. Oh, I think this is gonna sound insane. At first you think it's the cheap old switches, but then you realize how good they actually are. You just gotta spend a little bit more time on them. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go get the DCS. It's not gonna be beige. It's not gonna be beige. Beige might be in the same case, but we're not using the beige. We're using the white on black. I bet this was a hot swap build. There's a switch stuck in this keycap. I have no idea what build that would be from, but that's funny. I need to order some more Container Store boxes. Oops. What do you guys use for your Switch storage? Sorry, not Switch storage. Well, I guess Switch storage too. I just use plastic bags for my Switches. But what do you guys use for your keycaps? Do you use boxes? Do you keep cases? What's your pref? on the ground, scattered like a Lego. Just keep it all in a single plastic bag. Every set. I use boxes, but I want to get those plastic trays. Plastic trays are nice. They take up more space, though. Also, potato trays. I do keep them in the original trays. It's a little bit tippy when I'm pushing the keycap on there, but I don't think it'll be bad when you're just using a typing level of force. KBD Fans has some nice keycap trays. Yeah, when putting the keycaps on the F row, hold down the front. Yeah, it's a good call. Or like, maybe like hold the back a little bit there. I'm not used to that. Any keyboards that you've been looking forward to, Tyler? Honestly, I have been wanting to build this keyboard for a really long time. Foraz and I have been talking on Instagram for a very long time while this keyboard was being made. Yeah, and I very much have been looking forward to building it. Oops. I've always kept them in the original boxes because I'm weird that way. Lately, I've been using plastic bins. I also have 3D printed a couple of stackable trays. Ooh, 3D printing them. I guess we do need this. Tape Clone, thank you for the follow. What's up? Oh man, I can already tell this is gonna sound good. It's gonna sound nutty. Is the keyboard command just confusing? I feel like that's the meta, right? People do exclamation point keyboard for the keyboard that like is on your desk, and then you do exclamation point build for the keyboard that you're building. But is there a better way we could do that? Could we iterate on that? Or have we already command maxed it? Are we command maxing? Not what people have been using for a good while. I know, I just like... you know, progress and profits, right? Should we be in an endless pursuit of profit? We should be increasing shareholder. Thank you, Shonies. Oops. It's almost time. It's almost that special time. It's sacred time, honestly. This is why I started to dislike my boxes. I can never find specific keycaps. It's true. It takes a little bit longer. I just think it's worth it ultimately for the storage. It also helps when you don't put two sets in the same box. I highly recommend you do not do this. Do not do as I do. Kibbity fans trays, but make a sleeve out of the GMK boxes for the trays. Why is nobody making a... Hold on. TM. Nobody can steal this. Patent pending. Nobody can take this. Why is nobody making a tray that just perfectly fits in the GMK box? Don't forget when you combine all the child kits too. Yeah, it gets silly. There is one? No, there isn't. I patented it. They stole it already? Don't need. I keep everything brand new in box. Yeah, if you just never use your keycaps, that's another option too. Is somebody actually doing that already? If not, somebody should start doing that. That would actually be sweet. I would be kind of sad about the amount of GMK boxes I've already gotten rid of. I think somebody should start making trays that fit in the GMK boxes, and GMK should start separately selling their old boxes if you just need a new box. They should sell the boxes. Or hear me out, sell GMK caps and baggies straight from the factory. Maybe if it's cheaper. Otherwise, no. Oh, yeah. It's called Linworks makes a tray. And it fits in the GMK sleeve. Oh, it's this board? Isn't this board hella expensive? It is $660. This is an expensive board, but it might just sound incredible. We're about to find out. I don't know if I knew that Linworks made trays. Curious. I know Foraz, you said it wouldn't work, but I just kind of want to double check. Indeed, it did not work. All right, let me. I guess I don't really need to get anything open to type with. Usually I have a monkey type Zen mode open. But I don't think we need that. All right, y'all. Here's the build command. Let's head on over to the typing area, shall we? I have been waiting for this board for a minute. I knew I wanted to check out the silver one. Foraz accommodated that. One look at the back before we type here. One of my favorite aspects is this. I'm just going to call it semi-blasted or machined, lightly machined, I think is the proper term that Foraz used. Stainless steel outer weight. I love how it is somewhat reflective, but it's not going to be super fingerprinty, like polished. And just the whole bottom of this board in general, I think just looks incredible. We built it with an aluminum plate, Cherry MX Blacks, and TX, I believe, AP stabs. The board is a top mount. And we are going to be doing some typing with DCS keycaps here. All right. Here we go. Oh my God. I'm nervous. Are you guys nervous? Yo. Also try without the desk pad. A lot of testing was done without. I wanted to make sure it sounded nice with and without a desk pad. Oh yeah, easy. I'm here with the spacebar as a TX tab, bottom out. I might need to touch up that backspace a little bit. The loop might have moved while it was shipping. Honestly, that's why I like BDs sometimes, yo. My desk has some discoloration underneath the desk mat there. I'm actually gonna take my whole desk apart and I'm gonna refinish it once the weather gets nice. All right, here we go. No desk mat this time. Backspace is a little rough. Hold on. Let's see if I can just do a quick little. See what that does. You got the fancy keycap. I actually won this in an Instagram giveaway. Does that sound better? No way, Ryan. No way. Yeah, that sounds better. Oh, I actually really like Enter and Shift with no desk pad. I might like the whole board better without the desk pad. Spacebar's a little tough. Make sure it's seated well. All right, I like how everything sounds with DCS here, except for that spacebar. It's quite tough for me. I want to try at least a GMK spacebar, but if y'all are interested, I would actually also we could put on GMK everything if y'all want. You guys want to try GMK too? Let's do it. Why not? I don't really have anywhere to go. My only plans... Oh. Hey. My only plans after this are to sit on the couch. So... Not sure what's up with that spacebar? Can double check and make sure. Let's try a GMK bar that I know is straight. God, is that a Wickle Tickle? You're looking at a Wickle Tickle, Moose. I gotta straighten out this desk mat. There, that's pretty good. All right, let's GMK this thing out, huh? I really liked how the alphas sounded though. And most of the mods. I think the lube probably just shifted a little bit on the backspace. Sounded better after I put just a little bit more in. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kevin. So to slide you my Jane? Oh yeah. I would definitely check it out. Testing dummy. Tyler, did you get your Gorb set? I'm going to cop an extra. Because I'm a lazy little boy. That's stock cherry black? No. These were done by Tomb. These are 205 grade 0, Desky films, and TX 55 gram long springs. Kind of want Gorp now. I think we're going to see a lot of Gorp very soon. I'm excited to see how it looks on all the boards that are already out there. You just reminded me to buy MX Browns. Got to do that. You don't still buy MX Browns, do you, Moose? Toby, what's good? How's HR treating you? Never tried the switch? Am I missing a method? Oh. Have you ever tried MX2A Browns? I highly recommend MX2A Browns over MX Browns. MX2A is the way to go. Wow. Just don't type on Browns. They sound like a dirty linear. Mods. For MX2A, most of my builds have used them fully dry. Really? You're crazy. Maybe if you change the spring. I don't know, y'all. A little bit of 205 goes a long way on a brown, even in MX2A. MX2A dry, huh? What's up, Anson? The scratch on a brown makes it sound even more dirty, I can't lie. Maybe you just don't like dirty, Ryan. Conan. Tired of modding switches? Spring swap is easy enough. Y'all, come on. We gotta keep some traditions in this hobby. We can take the time to put a little 205 on our browns, okay? Bento, anyone? I've been on a Nixie kick lately. Nixies are another one of those ones for me where it's either like hit or miss, depending on the board. Browns are less than Nixies. What is? Show me the stats on that, Ryan. Show me the data. Oops. Been a minute, but I'm ready to buy another GMK set when they make Ramun. I need to try a full Nixie build eventually. They're nice on carbon fiber. I feel like my favorite Nixie builds have been... I like Nixies on Alu. I think I built Nixies on carbon fiber in a Kohaku before. Are Nixies even MX2A? They look the same, to be honest. Is there an MX2A Nixie? I actually don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Oh, there is an MX2A Nixie. What is the point you're trying to prove here? That it's more expensive? I've seen them marked as such, but I can't tell by looking at them. Low key, do MX blacks suck on palm plate? I want to try browns, but I got so many other switches. I don't think just switch and plate alone is enough. Like mounting style makes a big difference too. Just jokes, but Nixies are big. Ryan, how much does it cost unlubed? Because your price was for a looped Nixie. Omnitype sells them for the same price? It's kind of noise. And you did actually provide some data, so that was a good response. We don't buy that pre-lube stuff for real, unlubed all the way. I mean, yeah, except for all these folks talking about they don't want to put lube on it. Nobody wants to work anymore. Nobody wants to lube a switch. Nobody wants to swap a spring. It's respectable work, Conan. It's honest work. So machine break my MX-1A blacks and browns. That's too much work. I can't do that much work. Somewhere in between. I used to hate looping switches, but I really like it now. You just gotta find your rhythm, your setup. Then it's not that bad. Cam, what's up, man? Dang, I cannot get broken in switches here in Korea. Do you see the Ramoon board on Gion's site? Lucidity, what's up? Oh. How was your week, Cam? How much chess did you play this week? I want the blue one, but the keycaps will do when they do group buy. Oh, what am I doing? All right. Finish strong, finish strong. think after this, I'm gonna go make myself some chicken. Maybe some chicken thighs tonight. I'm feeling a little crazy. Maybe we'll do some chicken thighs instead of chicken breast. Because I've been a good boy or whatever. Bento on the Hope? Yeah, I walked over to the closet and I wasn't sure which GMK set to grab, and I saw Bento at the very bottom of my stack of keycaps, and so I, for some reason, went for that one. I haven't used Bento in a while though. Thighs is greater than breast. I think I could cook them both to be pretty darn good at this point. Like I can cook them similarly. But I think chicken thighs are way easier to cook and make them taste good. First time in stream. The Hope is a very nice TKL. What is your takeaway? I love the side profile. I wish I could show it a little bit better. I've got we're rocking a manual lens tonight, so it's a little hard for me to focus upwards, but yeah, I think the whole CNC on this board is pretty insane. Thanks for checking out the stream, by the way, Weish. Thighs stay juicier more easily, but what I choose depends on how it's being used. It's the way to go. What am I looking for here? Print, scroll, pause, home. Just start taking them out. Print. Oi. Dang, did I already take home out? Do you have unused GMK sets, Tyler? Nah, Toby. I don't know. At least in this hobby, I don't really buy things just to leave them in their package. I buy keyboard stuff to use it. Dang, am I missing home? Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, this song is super familiar. I think there's a remix of this song. Yeah, there is. I can't think of what it is though. I'm garbage at self-control. How many GMK sets do you have in a package, Toby? Dang. Oh, home's right here. Oh, thank God. You guys were going to watch a grown man cry. That wouldn't have been fun. I have way too many sets not on a board. It's disgusting. I mean, I have sets in boxes. I have more sets than I have on keyboards, that's for sure. But they're not in their package, you know, like I try them out. I take pictures, I build boards. no boards to match them. Honestly, it's more understandable. Maybe you saw a set that you really liked, but you just don't have the matching board yet. All right, I think the spacebar sounds better here. We might still have to put a little bit of lube in there. Dang, I haven't seen bento on a board in a minute. If you're joining late, this little chip comes with the board. My guess was that I could skip it 80 times across a pond. 80 skips. That's why you need the Hope TKL in silver for those unused keycaps. Yeah, there you go. I think it may be the stabs, to be honest. Yeah, well, we'll try to touch up the spacebar a little bit. Bento doesn't get the love that it deserves. I think it's just older, maybe. All right. We'll try this once, and I might have to touch up the spacebar a little bit. No, that's about how a TX spacebar sounds right there. That's TX spacebar. I also have that thought when it comes to thin, flat objects. I've always wanted to try and skip an iPhone 13. This thing just feels so skippable, but skipping an iPhone is that's another thought as well. I just feel like I could really, maybe this way. I think it would skip better this way. It's all on the wrist. All right, y'all, same build, but GMK this time. So not the same build. Guys, I like it better with GMK. Dang, I thought we fixed that backspace. think, yeah. I mean, for me, the space bar is like a different. The space bar alone, I think you have to go. You have to go abs. Like this is slapping now. Absolutely slapping now. It almost completely changed my thoughts on the board. Like I'm GMK all the way on this one. Hey, Keyrist. I prefer DCS on deeper sounding boards, but on a board that leans really clacky, it's too high pitched for my taste. I think I like the DCS alphas and mods better, but the GMK spacebar is much better. Actually, as a whole package. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a nice, solid top mount board, I think, with GMK. I do like it better with GMK also here. Maybe it's the desk material. No idea. I have preferred DCS for almost every build so far. Interesting. Have there been other MX Blacks on Alus where you like DCS better? MX Black on Alus. MX Blacks on Alu. DCS plus GMK space. All right, now we have to rebuild it again. DCS caps back on with the GMK spacebar. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. This is a sound test with carbon fiber. Let's listen to it. Do I have sound on here? Yeah. Spacebar sounds way different. What are the specs here? Oh, it doesn't say what stabs. Do you know what stabs they used here? He used some screw and stabs, forgot which ones. They sound great. Ooh, this is a raw one. What switches? This build lucidity was a carbon fiber plate with MX Blacks. Yeah, in our case here, I'm GMK all the way. I'm very much GMK here. I think this actually sounds lovely with GMK. This spacebar, it's way slappier. It was Knight V4 stabs. What switches did you do for this build? This is MX Blacks on Alu. Soldered. I think when we do the YouTube sound tests, I think I'm think I'm gonna leave this set on. I might leave this set on for pictures too. I haven't taken pictures of Bento in a while. Bento was one of the earlier sets that I joined. Another look at the bottom here. Can kind of look at the top. Out of focus. Yeah, y'all. I think this is obviously it is an expensive keyboard at 660. With GMK though, I think this sounds really good. I think my #1 favorite aspect about this board is the way that it looks. I think it is one of my favorite looking keyboards in quite a while, to be honest. I love how only this part of the board is on the desk and the rest is floating. I'm going to try to figure out how to do that justice in some pictures. I like when a board does not have any logo, no badge up here. Those cutouts are so nice. Yeah, there's some curves on this, Toby. There's some curves. A little more information then before we go. Use this board so I can actually type. Let's look at this one more time here. Sorry. Oh no. We already looked at the full build on the site here. The vendors are Novel Keys in the US, Type Plus in China, and Foraz Signature in the UK. Tyler in 20 years. That's crazy, Toby. I don't mind a little tasteful badge or logo on the TKL without they all look the same, in my opinion. I like it. I'm kind of like a minimal design type person, though, so it's all preference. What else should we talk about here? I can't remember if there were dates in this document for the group buy Foraz. From what I understand, the group buy, I guess we can just look at the site, huh? Group buy ends on the 8th. I believe that is Sunday, if I'm doing quick math. 660 comes with a PCB and a plate, which is good for that price. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, y'all. I had a lot of fun building this board. I have been waiting to build this board for a long time. From the first time I saw it, I thought it looked extremely, extremely cool. And I think its sound, while maybe not the craziest sounding board I've ever built, at least in this configuration, I think the sound is very solid and is up there with, you know, some of the other more popular custom top mount TKOs. I think it is pretty darn in line. I'm going to take some pictures as quickly as I can before Sunday, and I am going to try to get a YouTube typing test video up as well before the weekend. If you have any questions about the board, feel free to reach out to me. I should still have it through the weekend, so if you have any other questions about the board, reach out on Discord, Instagram, whatever, and I can try to get your questions answered if you're interested. Tyler, are you in drivable distance to Costa Mesa? Technically, I think it would be about 20 something hours for me to drive to California. Maybe longer. How long does it take to get from Minnesota to to California? Yeah, Toby, I'm in the middle of the country. There's an event in a few weeks. I need to remember. I've been trying to set my calendar so I don't miss this next drop of KeyCon tickets. Because KeyCon this year is in Chicago, and I would actually love to go because that is fairly doable. It's pretty darn close to Minneapolis. It's a lot of flights. Or I could drive if I wanted to. Minneapolis to Chicago is kind of that weird driving distance where it really sucks to drive, but you can do it. For me, that's like anything over 5 hours. It's like a really tough drive. Maybe 6 hours. All right, guys, I'm gonna end stream and go make my chicken. Thanks for hanging out. Foraz, thanks you. Thanks you. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys, I'm falling apart. Foraz, thank you for the trust. Thank you for the opportunity to check out this board. I'll see you all quite soon. Actually, what is today? Wednesday? I might see you tomorrow, actually. Tristan and I are trying to do another stream where we just hang out. We talk about keyboards. We look at group buys and stuff. So if you guys are into some more chill hangs, I think Tristan and I are gonna try to do some chatting. If not tomorrow, at some point. Close. Frank's got to get his PP in, of course. Is anyone building anything cool we should raid into? Otherwise, we'll go into the abyss. You started it, Frank. We're gonna raid CG. All right, y'all. Peace out. Appreciate you. I'll see you in a